Hey everyone, today we're gonna be tearing down a house. We're on the lakeside here and we're gonna tear down this little cottage so that they can build another building here. It's gonna be pretty straightforward project, but I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I'll take you around the other side of the house and show you. There's a lot of things going on, and neighbors' generators running. Got a tree service here grinding a stump from the tree we took down. If you want to see a video of that tree come down, it should have been the last video I posted. I'll make sure to link it in the description. But yeah, we'll jump right into it. I'm probably not gonna talk because of all the roaring that's going on, at least not right away. The folks that own this property are kind of documenting the whole process for their kids and their grandkids who they hope to pass the place on down to. She wants to take the first bite out of the house with the excavator, so I told her she's more than welcome to, so we're gonna jump right into that. Go ahead. I'm ready when I'm ready. Yeah! This structure is coming down pretty easy because it's all boards. There's not a whole lot of like plywood sheeting. Plywood sheeting is like the worst to try and break up with a smaller machine like this. But it's going pretty good so far. Here's the hot water tank. I bet it's full of water. Yes, it is. I bet you would have had fast hot water for a shower. That's cool. You're almost always limited by volume and not by weight. So it's super important to take your time and crush things up a little bit. Which is why I'm just taking bites off this house, because it's way easier to break it up into little pieces it's on the ground than after. It's also way easier to break up boards than it is to break up sheeting like plywood or OSB or something. So, okay, here's the stud we need to take out. Yeah, it looks good. I don't think we heard it. This is always such a pain. Alright, let me see if I can get the rest of this stud out of here. grab the partner saw and cut all them wires. I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to do some more damage. About the best wire cutter I ever had.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
You bet. I can tell this is dirt here, that's dirt there. I don't know. There's always a chance the building doesn't even end up here. Oh, here, yeah, you're starting to get into dirt there between the roofs. You mean do more blowing over there? I mean, I think you're close. This is roof, outside roof stuff here. Alrighty, got the box out. We can keep on chug-a-lugging here. So the goals for today are to fill up one dumpster, that one up there, and get the rest of this house, or at least as much as possible, processed down into stuff that's ready to go in a dumpster. So our only real push is that dumpster is going to be picked up in a couple of hours here, and so we got to get it full, and we got to get it down here so I can load it. And I got to make a way for them to get it out with the truck. So it's up on that bank up there. So we're gonna have to cut this bank down right here, make it a nice enough slope that a truck can get in and out of there without getting stuck. So there's a lot to do here in a short amount of time. But that's okay. We'll be fine. We just got to keep working at it, and we'll get done. I'm just really thankful this thing's not built out of plywood. I always forget about that part of it when I'm doing the estimate. And if something's all out of plywood and it ends up taking longer, it becomes a problem. It's just so much harder to break up once it's on the ground, or at least once it's off the building. It's so much easier to just tear it up, tear it off the building in bites. You know, if you ever watch a big machine, or if you've used a big machine to tear down a building, you know you can use the weight of the machine to get up on the pile and crush things down. But this machine doesn't weigh enough, and it's got rubber tracks, so it just kind of seems to flex over top of the debris pile. It doesn't really break things up real nice. I need a bigger machine, something fierce. I also need a bigger truck to move a bigger machine. Just a hard jump to make. So this is about the biggest structure I'm willing to demolish. Much bigger than this, and they just become, just a little bit too much for this machine. If you're not familiar, this is a Cat 305 that weighs about 11,500 pounds, or regular tons, not metric tons. Weighs right around 5 metric tons. So it's just not a huge machine. Alright, I want to smash this wall in, so I'm going to go set you guys inside to watch it happen from the inside. Every time I tear down a house, I like to kick the door in. Just a little bit of experience. Don't get to do that every day. Let's see, let's see. I wonder if anybody wants to keep this. Probably not. We'll set you guys right on this microwave here. Oh, I kind of already ruined the fun. That's okay. It'll be better than nothing. Oh, I see a ceiling tile gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool. These ceiling tiles are also way nicer to deal with than sheetrock. But yeah, look at that. Nothing like knocking on the front door, huh? Ha! I just wanted to stop and show you guys this real quick. I see this rather often, but it's always entertaining to me. Somebody had been living in here. There's all these walnuts all chewed open, had the walnut meat sucked out of them. Had a nice little home made out of insulation right there. Yeah, that's next. Further along here, this is where it gets a little tricky. You're down to like a single wall, it doesn't have a corner to help support it. It's a little harder to wipe things off. So at some point you kind of got to just take all this standing and all that's left, but Well, I got everything down except for the well shed there. I'll just pull that over sometime when I have a chance. It's not a big deal, but I went ahead and I drug a dumpster down beside the house here. And there's a little bit of concern. The dumpster truck driver wasn't thrilled about trying to back down over the slope that was right here to get this out, which I knew he wasn't going to be able to anyway. I mean, he'd be high-centered. It wouldn't have worked. So anyhow, I cut some grade down here and pushed it all in down to here. And then I took some stone that was under the little carport thing up here and trickled it all over that, so he should have no problem getting back down there, hooking up to that thing and dragging it out. So now I'm just gonna fill it up, and that'll be it for today. It's another day, and as you can see, I've got the building all, whoopsie, can't talk and operate at the same time apparently. I got the building all crunched up. The front porch was right here. That was the last thing I crunched up, and it's all right here and all these little splinters now. I was talking to the dumpster guy who was picking up today, and he was thinking I could get it all in to just 2 more dumpsters if I really process it up small. So as you can see, we have got absolute splinters that we're working with here. It was really boring. I wasn't going to film it. It was just munching, open and closing the thumb, the bucket, what felt like endlessly. Like my thumb hurts from running over the roller on the joystick so much to run the thumb. I think it's going to pay off. It definitely made a big difference in just the size of the pile that was here and everything like that. The dumpster that they picked up this morning, he had no problem getting it out of here. I had to cut this down a little bit right in here. The dumpster company is going to bring me another one and switch it out for this one, but it's going to be their last run of the day. We're going to at least have to pick up one tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. So they do give us, I think it's a 16,000 pound weight limit on them, 8 ton. And they charge like 50 or 60 bucks a ton extra. This building was built on some brick pillars or some concrete block pillars, and I will throw those in here. They're not going to total too much weight. I mean, maybe a ton, maybe 2 tons. I don't know. I'm going to keep on filling this dumpster, and then I will give you guys an update next time there's something worth seeing. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, no sweat. Oh, that's heavy. Go. Let's see if we can get out of here now. I'm sure it can. Oh yeah. No sweat. I know it doesn't look steep on camera, but it's probably steeper than most driveways are. And it's soft because I just pulled it all down off this hill here, so it didn't really get packed in much more than tracked with a machine. But I'm gonna help him clean the dirt off the rollers on that dumpster and get him out of here, and then we'll get the next one down there and fill it up. I don't know if it's strong enough to do that. It didn't fall apart. Let me go ahead and get this well equipment out of the way, and then I can just drag it over and don't have to worry about it. Set this thing over here to see if we can get it to drain a little bit. All right. See if we can drag this little shed towards ourselves here. Very nice. Stay together. Stay together. That's okay. I can still reach that, so that's fine. This right here. about where I want to crush it up. Not that it really particularly matters, but that's just kind of the plan I have in my head. See if that roofing material will hold together. Nah. Out while we reached out over here. Right under there, underneath the bucket's the wellhead. Got it plugged and topped off with stone. I don't know. I assume I just plugged it with bentonite or something. Whoa! There was a little poured floor in there. Didn't even know. Gotta get this caution tape off of here. To kind of cut that floor around the well casing there. It's going to break off of it without giving us too much trouble. Put this right in there. Bummer. I missed. That's probably kind of hard on their dumpster. Probably shouldn't do that anyway. Yeah, it's breaking apart right around the well casing. That's nice. Yeah. Alrighty, what we got behind me is all that's left. It's just this little pile here. It's all gonna fit in that dumpster, no sweat. I do have to fit some of these random blocks around the edges in. I haven't pulled them all out because I started to just make holes that all the debris would get stuck in. So I'll go around at the end and pop those out. But yeah, I think that's gonna fit there with plenty of room to spare. So much so that it'll probably make me feel bad for not getting a smaller dumpster for this last one. But that's okay, it's better to be safe than sorry sometimes. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a big old piece of carpet. Normally, if we were early in a demolition, I wasn't as confident about the dumpster space as I am. I would spend a little bit of time making that all smaller. I think it'll be fine. Now, when there's no slab under the building, you got to clean up off the dirt. You just end up taking a little bit of dirt with you. You just can't avoid it. Pretty simple, just going around wherever I remember hitting the pillars or wherever I think they are. I'm going around plucking them out. You know, this building did not have deep pillars. Like this one here is only 2 blocks below ground level. The concrete place does not want dirt in the blocks. I'm doing a little bit of shaking them out to get them out of here. The tricky part of this whole situation is going to make it take the longest is that it rained a bunch here last night. So now it's too wet to get my truck down in here. In fact, we even had trouble getting the dumpster truck out of here. As you can see by the state of my ramp,